Hi guys, it's Mariya here, and today I'm filming NaNoWriMo newbie tag. So, here we go, I have my questions here on my screen, and let's start. So, how many times have you participated in NaNoWriMo, and how many times have you won, is the first question. So, last year, in 2017, I participated in NaNoWriMo for the very first time, and I actually won. So, that was amazing. And the second question is, are you a pantster or a plotter? So I would say I'm right in the middle. So I love having an outline, but on the other hand, if I get a really cool idea, or if I'm interested in an extra thing which is not on my outline, I love implementing that, sometimes for better or for worse, but I'm right in the middle. Okay, number 3, what are the titles of the projects that you have attempted or completed for past nanos? So last NaNoWriMo, I worked on my thesis, my graduate thesis. I'm a total nano rebel, and my thesis is on mathematics education, especially how it was taught and why it has been changing in the US and in Russia during the 1960s. So that's what I was working on. Okay, number 4, what are you working on for Nano this year? Okay, so this year, I'm again a rebel. I'm actually working on several projects. So I'm finishing up my thesis. I will also be working on course materials that I've been meaning to put together for career coaching for teens and recent graduates, because I mentioned before that I'm also a part-time career coach, and I've been meaning to compose all of my handouts that I provide for my students into like a mini course. So I really want to work on that. Okay, and what is one tip that you'd give to someone else that is participating in Nano? Okay, so some tips is that you have to actually have a purpose. You have to have a goal that will keep you going, because like for me, the reason why I'm doing NaNoWriMo is because it's such a huge motivating factor for me. It basically fire under your ass or something, because there's this pressure. It puts like a nice pressure on you to say keep going, don't stop, don't go back, just hammer out the first thing so you have something that exists, and then come back to it later and feel good about it because you're not sitting under the blank page. So, but on the other hand, you have to see what will be the outcomes of you putting in so much work. So for me, it's like pick a goal, stick to it, and also get a lot of support group. On the other hand, let's say for me, I only told about my NaNoWriMo plan last year to my partner and to my mom, even not to my other relatives, because I don't know, for some reason I thought that what if it fails, I will feel bad. But the support of my mom and my partner was like so overwhelming, it was so amazing that it carried me through. But this year I thought I'll share with you guys a bit more, because I'm not scared that I will not complete my goal. I feel confident that I've done it once, I will do it another time. But this time I really want to share it on YouTube, on BookTube, AuthorTube, so so we can all support each other. Cool. Okay, what was the inspiration for this novel, and do you remember when the inspiration hit you? So for me, it wasn't a novel, it was my graduate thesis. The inspiration for me was basically just the fact that at some point, even though I love my thesis, I love my topic, I just got stuck a bit. I wouldn't say, I just got stuck because I didn't feel like I'm making too much progress. I felt like I'm editing my previous work too much. I felt like I'm in the loop. So I just felt trapped. So I thought that, hey, I'll take this crazy plunge, and 50,000 words in 1 month just seemed impossible to me, but I was like, you know what, I will try it, I will do it. And basically that just really helped me to hammer out my first draft. I've been editing ever since, and it's been like the most progress I made on my thesis, I would say, as I made in the previous several years. So NaNoWriMo rocks in this. Okay, so read us the first sentence from your nano novel last year. Okay, so this one is going to be pretty boring for people who are not into mathematics education, but here we go. So that's the first sentence. Education was largely seen as a privilege of the noble class throughout the 19th century. So basically, this is from an introductory paragraph of one of my thesis chapters, where I am talking about how education in general and math education in particular developed in US and in Russia in 1960s and 70s. So I'm starting quite early. I'm starting with describing and analyzing how education was organized in the 19th century and tracing this transition from education being a part of being something for noble class to education as being everyone's right. So yeah, this concept of education going from privilege to a right is pretty important. And you know, I know that there are a lot of problems for a lot of people in our society. Unfortunately, education still may seem like a privilege because here in Canada, in US, higher education we have to pay for, but this is a whole other topic. I'd love to discuss it, but not in this video at the moment. So let's go back to our tag. Here it is. So what do you plan to do with your manuscript after Nano? Okay, so my thesis is now being revised by myself and by my graduate advisor, and later in the spring I will have a thesis defense. I will keep you looped in that, and I will definitely make lots of updates on my thesis defense. So basically, after thesis is written, it's being published in a ProQuest library, which is like, you know, a repository of thesis of other people, and later I am hoping to make it actually into a book. So making a thesis into a book is a complicated process. You can't just, like, you know, take your thesis and say, hey, publish it as a book. You have to make lots of changes, but I will keep you posted on that. Okay, are you prepared for Nano? Are you nervous? Okay, so this year I have mixed feelings, because this year I actually have to add a couple of things to some of my chapters, and for some of those things I don't feel completely certain, but again, I will go with the spirit of NaNoWriMo. I will just hammer out my drafts, and you know, I will edit them later. So I'm a bit nervous, but I'm also super excited for NaNoWriMo. Yeah. Okay, so these were all the questions, and guys, please let me know if you also filmed the NaNoWriMo newbie challenge. I am new to YouTube and I'm not exactly sure how to meet new friends here, but I'm already seeing that, you know, the community of booktubers, author-tubers is super supportive, so I'm quite looking for your comments. I'm looking forward to meeting as many of you as possible, and please let me know if you like this video, if you like this format. So see you later.